Welcome to Inside News. Let's get into the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized his government's focus on women's welfare, recalling that after 70 years of independence, only 3 crore rural families had piped water. He said the Jal Jeevan mission was launched to address the struggles of mothers and sisters, and within 6 years, over 12 crore families now have tap water. Modi added that earlier LPG was seen as a privilege of the rich, but the BJP connected every household with sensitivity. He also highlighted the campaign to empower rural women as Lakpati Didis, stressing that these initiatives reflect the government's commitment to the dreams of sisters and daughters.
आजादी के 70 वर्ष बाद सिर्फ 3 करोड़ ग्रामीण परिवारों तक ही पाइप से पानी पहुंच पाया था। माताओं बहनों की पीड़ा, पानी के लिए उनके संघर्ष की सूध लेने वाला कोई नहीं था। और मुझे याद है, मैं जब गुजरात में राजनीतिक क्षेत्र में नहीं आया था, सामाजिक जीवन में काम करता था, तो हमारे यहाँ एक धंधुका करके स्थान है, वहां मैं जाता था तो वो मुझे वहां के लोग कहते थे कि आप यहां रात को मत रुकिए और जब भी आपका दौरा हो तो सुबह 10 बजे के बाद आइए। नॉर्मली मेरा नेचर रहता था कि हर नए स्थान पर जाकर रात को रुकूं, कार्यकर्ताओं से मिलूं, लेकिन धंधुका वाले मना करते थे। क्यों? वो कहते पानी नहीं है, सुबह हम आपको स्नान करने के लिए पानी नहीं दे पाएंगे। वहां तो कहावत चलती थी कि बेटी को बंदूकें दो लेकिन धंधुके मत दो, यानी उसको बंदूक लगा मार दो लेकिन धंधुके में शादी मत करो। पानी नहीं था। ये दर्द मैंने देखा है। मैं धरती की सच्चाई से जुड़ा था। माताओं बहनों की पीड़ा अपनी आंखों के सामने देखी थी और तब हम जल जीवन मिशन लेकर आए और सिर्फ 5-6 साल में 12 करोड़ से ज्यादा परिवारों को नल से जल की सुविधा से जोड़ा। आजादी के 70 वर्ष बाद सिर्फ 3 करोड़ ग्रामीण परिवारों तक ही पाइप।
In Bangalore, Karnataka Minister Priyank Kharge defended the decision to hold civic polls after May 25 using ballot papers instead of electronic voting machines. He argued that the move does not violate any law or constitutional provision, stressing that states are empowered to conduct local body elections, including urban polls, through ballot papers. Kharge's remarks came amid criticism from opposition parties questioning the government's choice. He maintained that the decision was legally sound and within the rights of the state, framing it as a legitimate exercise of constitutional authority in conducting democratic processes.
So, tell me which law are we flouting, or which part of the constitution we are flouting? There is an option for state governments to hold local body elections, whether it is the panchayat elections or the urban local body elections with ballot. It's within the state powers, and we are just ensuring that we give it a try. Since Election Commission of India has not been reciprocating to any of our queries that we have put forth as a government or as a party. So whatever it is, we will try this out also and see what happens.
Sir, in Delhi, D.K. Shivkumar says that time will answer everything after the meeting with the main leaders in Congress party.
So it's not time then. You have to wait.
But
no, he is very clearly told. Time will say. So wait for it. Why are you hurrying up the time? It's only media speculation. If you stop reading between the lines, the time, whatever it is time for, the High Command will communicate.
This time we had a very important meeting with the senior leaders in the Congress party in Delhi.
Yeah, absolutely. He's in charge. He's also been given the additional responsibility of Assam. So he's had a meeting with Mr. Kharge, with Mr. Gandhi, Mrs. Priyanka, Mr. Jitendra Singh, Mr. Gaurav Gogoi. So that is party work. What is wrong with that? Why the speculation if he's going to meet my party leaders on an election going state which he is in charge of?
So many discussion is going on that DK Shivkumar spoke with Mallikarjun Kharge regarding the leadership issue.
That I don't know. It's very clear that there is a picture, there is a video that is available in your media channels itself. They're all sitting, all the Assam leaders are sitting, all the top leadership of the Congress is sitting with DK Saab and strategizing for the Assam elections. So that was about it. So like I said, I think everybody should stop reading between the lines.
The music composer Rahman said that from last year the communal bias and communal influence in the Bollywood in Hindi industry.
See, it is seeping in across sectors. It is just not about Muslims, but also see how Dalits are treated, how backwards are treated. Dalits are being lynched openly, minorities are being lynched openly, Christians are being called derogatory terms like rice bags. And where is this coming from? From the top. And Mr. Bhagwat says that in 10 years this entire caste system will be rid of. They are the ones who have groomed it for so long. That entire thought process has been grooming the caste system, right? And of course there is bias. And it's evident everywhere.
The BJP suspended on that video viral after the video viral.
See, whatever it is, he is refuting the video. But whatever it is, it's in public domain. And the CM and the HM have taken a call to suspend pending investigation. So let's see whatever happens.
And BJP spokesperson Ajay Alok spoke about Gandhi and Gandhi's family. He said Rahul Gandhi seems to be suffering from a memory loss. And also
With respect to?
Ajay
No. For what is this? Context.
contest on Mumbai related election.
What is the memory loss about? I don't know what ಏನಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ.
In Mumbai, Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut criticized the unusual development of the city's mayor being decided in Delhi under the influence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah. He remarked that such a situation had never occurred before in history, asserting that Eknath Shinde's faction of Shiv Sena was compelled to travel to Delhi for the decision. According to Raut, this reflected their hunger for power rather than dignity, accusing them of lacking self-respect. His statement highlighted growing tensions between rival factions and underscored concerns over external interference in Mumbai's political affairs.
तो ये मेयर जो है बीजेपी डिसाइड हो रहा है इस बारे में क्या?
ये पहली बार इतिहास में हो रहा है। इतिहास में पहली बार हो रहा है कि मुंबई का मेयर दिल्ली में अमित शाह डिसाइड करेंगे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हाईकमांड डिसाइड करेंगे। अब तक हमारी पूरी जिंदगी तो मुंबई में राजनीति में गई, हमने कभी देखा नहीं कि मुंबई का मेयर तय करने के लिए यहाँ के राजनीतिक दल, खास करके जो अपने आप को शिवसेना बताते हैं, एकनाथ शिंदे और उनके 40 लोग जो अपने आप को हम शिवसेना है असली, उनको दिल्ली में जाना पड़ रहा है झुक कर। ये शिवसेना है क्या? बाला साहब ठाकरे अगर होते तो उनको एक कान के नीचे लगाकर बाहर निकाल देते।
ऐसी रोमन्स क्यों आ रही है सर?
ये लाचार लोग हैं, ये लाचार लोग हैं। उनको स्वाभिमान नहीं, उनको अभिमान नहीं, उनको अस्मिता नहीं, बस उनको सिर्फ सत्ता चाहिए और सत्ता के लिए दिल्ली के तलवे चाटने के लिए ये लोग तैयार हैं।
तो बारगर में कुछ गुजराती बोर्ड लगे हैं, साइन बोर्ड लगे हैं इस तरह।
देखिए, गुजराती भाषा को हमारा विरोध नहीं है ना। मुंबई में गुजराती रहते हैं, पूरे महाराष्ट्र में गुजराती रहते हैं, गुजरात में महाराष्ट्र लोग, मराठी लोग रहते हैं, बड़ौदा में रहते हैं, सूरत में रहते हैं। अब CR पाटिल जो है वो जगाव से है, लेकिन क्या ये पॉलिसी बनी है महाराष्ट्र सरकार की? अगर है तो गुजरात में भी मराठी बोर्ड लगा दीजिए ना। ऐसा कुछ नहीं, सभी भाषा राष्ट्रभाषा है। मोहन भागवत जी ने कहा है ना, सभी भाषा राष्ट्रभाषा है। तो मुंबई पालघर की भाषा मराठी है, तो वहां गुजराती बोर्ड क्यों है? जो ठेकेदार है वो आडवन बंदर बोर्ड के लिए आ रहे हैं, उनके लिए लगाई है क्या?
तो ये मेयर जो है बीजेपी डिसाइड हो रहा है, इस बारे में क्या?
ये पहली बार इतिहास में हो रहा है। इतिहास में पहली बार हो रहा है कि मुंबई का मेयर दिल्ली में अमित शाह डिसाइड करेंगे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हाईकमांड डिसाइड करेंगे। अब तक हमारी पूरी जिंदगी तो मुंबई में राजनीति में गई, हमने कभी देखा नहीं कि मुंबई का मेयर तय करने के लिए यहाँ के राजनीतिक दल, खास करके जो अपने आप को शिवसेना बताते हैं, एकनाथ शिंदे और उनके 40 लोग जो अपने आप को हम शिवसेना है असली, उनको दिल्ली में जाना पड़ रहा है झुक कर। ये शिवसेना है क्या? बाला साहब ठाकरे अगर होते तो उनको एक कान के नीचे लगाकर बाहर निकाल देते।
ऐसी रोमन्स की आ रही है सर।
ये लाचार लोग हैं, ये लाचार लोग हैं। उनको स्वाभिमान नहीं है, उनको अभिमान नहीं, उनको अस्मिता नहीं, बस उनको सिर्फ सत्ता चाहिए, और सत्ता के लिए दिल्ली के तलवे चाटने के लिए लोग तैयार हैं।
तो पालघर में कुछ काफी बोर्ड लगे हैं, साइन बोर्ड लगे हैं, सर।
Well, we have the breaking news. At Jubilee Hills Police Station, SIT officials are questioning BRS leader Harish Rao in connection with a phone tapping case. A 6-member team, including Joint CP Vijay Kumar, DCP Ritiraj and ACP Venkatagiri, is conducting the inquiry. Statement from a news channel, MD, with queries linked to 2023 election surveys and the Monugot bypoll. Allegations claim that during the BRS government, phones of politicians, businessmen and even judges were tapped and related evidence was destroyed. A case regarding these charges was registered at Panjagutta Police Station in March 2024, leading to this investigation.
హలో ఫోన్ పక్కకుండా జరిగే రేవంత్ రెడ్డి బావమరిది భాగవతాన్ని పొద్దున్నే బయట పెడితే సాయంత్రానికి రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారు నాకు నోటీస్ పంపారు. నిన్న నోటీస్ కూడా ఎప్పుడు ఇచ్చారు? నిన్న రాత్రి దాదాపు 9 గంటల సమయంలో మా ఇంటి దగ్గర మా మెయిడ్కు నోటీస్ ఇచ్చి వెళ్లారు. నేను ఆ సమయంలో సిద్దిపేట నియోజకవర్గంలో నా ప్రజలతో వివిధ కార్యక్రమాల్లో పాల్గొన్నాను. అయితే నిన్న రాత్రి 9ంటికి నోటీస్ ఇచ్చి ఉదయాన్నే 11 గంటలకు రమ్మన్నారు. నేను హైదరాబాద్లో లేను, అయినా కూడా రాత్రే హైదరాబాద్ చేరుకొని నోటీస్ మీద మేము హాజరు కావాలని చెప్పి నిర్ణయం తీసుకున్నాం. ఎందుకంటే మాకు చట్టాన్ని గౌరవిస్తాం, న్యాయ వ్యవస్థ మీద నమ్మకం ఉంది, తప్పకుండా వెళ్తాం. మేము ఏ తప్పు కూడా చేయలేదు, అందువల్ల భయపడము. ఈ రేవంత్ రెడ్డి తాటాకు చప్పులకు బెదిరే ప్రశ్నే ఉత్పన్నం కాదు. ఎందుకంటే ఇలా రేవంత్ రెడ్డి మాకు తెలుసు, తెలంగాణ ఉద్యమంలో ఆనాటి సమైక్యవాద ప్రభుత్వాలు ఎన్ని కేసులు పెట్టినా, ఎన్ని మా మీద రకరకాల ఇబ్బందులు పెట్టినా, కేసీఆర్ గారి నాయకత్వంలో మేము పోరాడినటువంటి ఒక కార్యకర్తలం, ఉద్యమకారులం. ఆ గత సమైక్యవాదులనే అనేక సార్లు మమ్మల్ని అరెస్ట్ చేశారు, అనేక వందల కేసులు పెట్టినారు. ఆ రోజే మేము భయపడలేదు. ఇవాళ నువ్వు ఎందుకు నోటీస్ ఇచ్చినావు నాకు? మేము ఏమడిగినాం? నీ 6 గ్యారెంటీల సంగతి హలో ఫోన్ పక్కకుండా జరిగే
సార్ ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ సార్ అరే ఇది జరగమన్న పాట నవీనేనా సార్ సార్ హరీషనా హరీషనా అన్న హరీషనా అన్న అన్న నా హరీషా అన్న హరీషనా అరే థ్యాంక్ యూ హలో ఫోన్ పక్కకుండా జరిగే సార్ పోలీస్ సార్ 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 ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ సార్ అరే ఇది జరగమన్న పాట నవీనేనా సార్ సార్ హరీషనా హరీషనా అన్న హరీషనా అన్న అన్న నా హరీషా అన్న హరీషనా అరే థ్యాంక్ యూ హలో ఫోన్ పక్కకుండా జరిగే సార్ పోలీస్ సార్ 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 ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ సార్ అరే ఇది జరగమన్న పాట నవీనేనా సార్ సార్ హరీషనా హరీషనా అన్న హరీషనా అన్న అన్న నా హరీషా అన్న హరీషనా అరే థ్యాంక్ యూ హలో ఫోన్ పక్కకుండా జరిగే సార్ పోలీస్ సార్ 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 ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ సార్ అరే ఇది జరగమన్న పాట నవీనేనా సార్ సార్ హరీషనా హరీషనా అన్న హరీషనా అన్న అన్న నా హరీషా అన్న హరీషనా అరే థ్యాంక్ యూ హలో ఫోన్ పక్కకుండా జరిగే సార్ పోలీస్ సార్ 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 ఇన్స్పెక్టర్ సార్ అరే ఇది జరగమన్న పాట నవీనేనా సార్ సార్ హరీషనా హరీషనా అన్న హరీషనా అన్న అన్న నా హరీషా అన్న హరీషనా అరే థ్యాంక్ యూ హలో ఫోన్ పక్కకుండా జరిగే
Kerala, a leader of opposition, V.D. Satishan, strongly criticized the governor's address, calling it filled with fake claims and half-truths. He said the government itself admitted the state's fiscal position was vulnerable due to mismanagement. Satishan alleged the health sector was on a ventilator, while fishermen's lives remain miserable and wildlife attacks unchecked. He accused the government of failing to utilize SC/ST funds and denying e-grants to students. Highlighting failures across all fronts, he claimed the administration was attempting to cover up its shortcomings. Satishan also asserted that the governor had no constitutional right to amend a cabinet-approved speech, aligning with the chief minister's stance.
It was full of a fake claim of the government and half-truths. Between the lines, we can read that the government miserably failed in every sectors. Government is now, they themselves agreed that Kerala's fiscal position is in a vulnerable situation. They agree. This is because of the mismanagement, fiscal mismanagement of the government. And number two, the government is claiming that health Kerala is in the front row. No, health Kerala is in ventilator. Every day the reports are coming. All the contagious diseases are in Kerala. Across the world there are so many contagious diseases. All those contagious diseases are in Kerala now. And they are claiming that higher education is in a good position. You know that the brain drain has been happening for the last so many years. All the universities are in trouble. There is no vice chancellors, there is no principals, no administration. Government and governor has been fighting for the last so many months, and the situation in the higher education is very bad. And the wildlife attack, it has been increasing for a long time. The government has not taken any measures to contain these wildlife attacks. In the coastal area, the lives of the people, the fishermen community and the coastal people, their lives are very miserable. They are not doing anything, even though the government declared a 12,000 crores project. They have not spent a single money. They have not spent any money. They are claiming that they are supporting the SC/ST people. SC/ST's plan fund is stagnant. And even then, the last year, there were huge size plan cut was there. They are not providing the e-grants for the students, those who are studying in the professional college, SC/ST students. In all the sectors, government failed. And now they are trying to cover it.
CM has said that governor has not read out certain parts.
That I agree with that, because according to the provisions of Constitution, Article 175 and 176, governor has to address the House. That speech should be prepared by the cabinet. Governor doesn't have any right to amend the speech recommended by the cabinet, or he cannot add any.
In Delhi, Union Minister and outgoing BJP President J.P. Nadda described the appointment of Nitin Nabin as a historic moment for the Bharatiya Janata Party. He praised Nabin as young, energetic and talented, emphasizing that his leadership marks a significant milestone for the world's largest political party. Nadda stated that on behalf of himself and crores of party workers, he extended heartfelt congratulations to the new president. The event at BJP headquarters highlighted the leadership transition and underscored the party's confidence in Nabin's ability to guide its future direction with vigor and commitment.
यह आज बहुत ही ऐतिहासिक अवसर है जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी जैसी दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष के रूप में हमारे नौजवान, ऊर्जावान, प्रतिभावान राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्री नितिन नवीन जी आज ये पदभार संभाल रहे हैं। मैं अपनी ओर से और करोड़ों कार्यकर्ताओं की ओर से उनको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं और इस विश्वास के साथ कि यह महान पार्टी जिसे श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी जी के नेतृत्व में भारतीय जनसंघ से वैचारिक पृष्ठभूमि में आगे बढ़ने का सौभाग्य मिला। दीनदयाल उपाध्याय जी का कठोर परिश्रम के माध्यम से पार्टी को देश भर में विकसित करने का सौभाग्य मिला और उसी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी, अडवाणी जी, सुंदर सिंह भंडारी जी, कुशाभाऊ ठाकरे जी, ऐसे महान लोगों ने इस पार्टी को आगे बढ़ाने का काम किया है। ऐसी महान पार्टी के आप 12वें राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष के रूप में आपने जिम्मेवारी संभाली है। आपको बहुत बहुत।
In Lucknow, Samajwadi Party leader Mahibullah Nadwi expressed deep sorrow over the death of a Noida engineer, describing it as a tragic incident that underscored a collective failure of responsibility. He stressed that the foremost duty of humanity should have been to save a life, but both individuals and agencies failed in that obligation. Nadwi emphasized that the matter transcends politics, framing it as an issue of humanity and compassion. His remarks highlighted the need for accountability and reinforced the importance of prioritizing human values in governance and public service during such critical situations.
बहुत ही दुखद मामला है। इंसानियत का सबसे बड़ा काम होना चाहिए था बचाने के लिए हमें, हमारी एजेंसियों को, और सब एक मानवता का मामला है। इसे मानवता के उससे देखा जाए तो ये बहुत गंभीर मामला हुआ है। और बाद में जिस आदमी ने एक वो जो कह रहा है कि मैंने एक और शख्स की जान बचाई थी, वो कह रहा है कि कुछ ऐसा था नहीं। तो मानवता को बचाने के लिए वो जज्बा होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। इसलिए मानवता का संदेश इसीलिए मानवता की तालीम भी दी जानी चाहिए समाज में, और मानवता की जो।
At a press conference, TMC parliamentary leader in Rajya Sabha, Derek O'Brien, criticized the Election Commission, alleging that SAR stands for software-intensive rigging. He said the institution, once a pillar of democracy, is now being dismantled through opaque practices. O'Brien emphasized that the Trinamool Congress does not oppose SAR itself, but demands it be transparent, planned and humane. He argued that the credibility of elections depends on openness and accountability, warning that current practices undermine democratic values. His remarks highlighted growing opposition concerns about electoral integrity and reinforced TMC's call for reforms to protect the sanctity of India's democratic processes.
Well, there's been so much of news on this issue since yesterday, so today we'll focus on SIR. What does SIR actually stand for? Software Intensive Rigging. So that's the purpose of this press conference, to tell you more about software intensive rigging. We have, the Election Commission is one of the great institutions of our country, which has kept democracy vibrant for over so many decades. But what has been happening now is a dismantling of this great institution. All we seek from the All India Trinamool Congress is transparency. That's it. We want transparency. We've said this 75 times before. Our chairperson has said it. Our National General Secretary has said it. We are for SIR, but we are for a transparent SIR. We are for a planned SIR. We are for a...
That's all for Inside News. Keep watching CVR English.